Next question. What does a typical day look like? Because if parents are like me, it could take many, many forms, and I'm not sure which one is the right one.
I love the last sentence you used there. You said, I'm not sure which one is the right one. Well, guess what? There is not going to be a specific right one for every parent because every child is different. Every family is different. And also what might work for a couple days, you'll kind of get in a groove. And then the next thing you know, you'll hit a wall. And you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I thought we had this figured out. And you'll have to switch things up a little bit. So I think it's important, number one, if your child, your middle schooler or high schooler, has to log on to online learning, where they are actually watching their teacher or joining a classroom at a specific time every day, I really want to encourage you to treat that as that is the time the school starts. You want to get them up. You want to have them get dressed. It's really, really important because it is going to change the way they feel and act throughout their day. Make sure you wash your face, brush your teeth. I mean, some people just forget about that because they're at home all day and they're not going out. And have a really good breakfast, especially those kids that are logging on. They're not going to be headed to the kitchen for a snack for an hour or two if they're actually sitting in front of a computer listening to their teacher talk in a virtual classroom. Let's talk about, on a daily basis, the location of learning. Be flexible in nature in how and where you have your kids learning. These are difficult and challenging times, but it does not mean that it can't be done. But please, as a primary caregiver, as a parent, understand that they are going to be pushing the envelope a little bit. They're experiencing some emotions and some feelings about this whole situation. Having to be away from their friends and be at home all the time, that they might not even realize that they're angry about or struggling with or they're frustrated with. I want to make sure that you don't answer them with a harsh word. Sometimes that's really, really hard. I'll be honest with you. It's challenging. And this is where self-discipline comes in for us as adults, right? I use the phrase with them of acceptable and unacceptable behavior. And I kind of take the emotion out of that, right? I just very simply look at them and I stand really still and I say, hey guys, I'm going to stop you right there. That right there is unacceptable behavior. Whether that's at your table or whether that's on the couch, if it is a time of learning, that's a classroom setting. And that's something you can kind of talk to them about in the beginning when you're discussing, what homeschooling is going to look like for your family. Make sure you include your kids in that conversation, get their feedback. They love to be heard. They need to know that you hear them. That is so important. And it goes a really long way, and it really fosters mutual respect and love for one another. It really will foster new ideas in them as well because they feel like they have some sense of control. But it's control within boundaries. And so you, the parent, want to set those boundaries, but you want to give them some choices and you want to let them have some control too. Because right now, a lot of this that we're all going through makes us kind of feel like this is all out of control, right? And so I just want to encourage you to be flexible, but be firm. There might be some tears, whether it be your kids or whether it be from you. That's okay. That's okay. But you can't sit in that place. And so always stop and pray. And, even when you don't know what to pray, you can just say, God, I don't even know what to pray, but just help me. Help me get through this next step, this next right thing. And then I want you as a parent to encourage your middle schooler. What do you think is the next right thing? Don't you tell them the next right thing. Let them try to decipher that. Let them be a problem solver. Today, I hope you guys are taking the next step. After you watch this video, go do the next right thing. Love you all. Stay positive, encourage one another, and just have a great day.